Today's AskReddit post. Guys, what made you realize this girl is definitely not into me? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. Gave a girl at work my number on a piece of paper and she handed it right back and said we talk at work all the time, so let's keep doing that. That sucks. But gotta give it to her. She ripped off the band-aid fast. No ambiguity in that rejection. We set up a date. She stood me up. When I asked her, she simply said she forgot. Been there. Except she didn't even respond when I asked. I'ma drop her FF for you because one doesn't represent it enough. Asked a girl if she wanted to grab lunch together sometime. She said she was busy that day, which was interesting as I never specified a day. Damn, she said hard pass. Hard pass. An unequivocal rejection with no possibility of a later change of mind. That sums it up. I went out to a restaurant bar with 4 buddies. Some ladies sent over a round of drinks. To my 4 buddies, I'm guessing they must have specifically told the waiter give every one of those strangers a drink except Quasimodo in the corner there. Make sure he is painfully aware that he does not get a drink. It's funnier because the waiter reinforced the ugliness. Plot twist, OP was the girl's type but not the waiter's, so it was all a big misunderstanding. Plot twist, OP was the girl's type and the waiter's, but the waiter didn't want to lose his chances with OP. Went to her apartment, then I helped her with Tinder. Unless the girl directly says to me I am into you, or some variation, I will assume, by default, that they are not into me. Uninterested until proven interested. The only proof that is proof is verbal confirmation. Edit. This reads really weird. Uncoerced confirmation is true proof. Even then it might not be true. Look, I don't know shit about shit. Seems like this only ever comes in past tense for me. I had such a crush on you in high school. I was hoping you'd to ask me out. Until I met my boyfriend. I wanted to jump your bones before I settled with my now fiancé and had a bunch of kids. Ladies, FFS, gimme some kind of sign before it's too late. Not years after the fact. But then it's not safe and she would have to put herself out there to be rejected, and that's hard. Not a guy, but I was in a club and wanted to go to the bathroom. He kept pulling me back into his lap. I tried to explain and he wouldn't listen. So I peed in his lap. You have to assert your dominance. Asked her to senior prom. She said yes, but when we got there she ditched me to hang out with another guy she liked. Wasn't too bad though, cause I danced with another girl who I got along better with. Man, I always feel so bad for people like this. My senior prom. I had my friend who liked my former best friend. He never explicitly said, and they went to prom together. Literally an hour into prom. And she's making out with a dude in the ballroom while they're slow dancing. My friend went outside and just danced the whole night away to the band outside. We joined him because it was so much more fun and less hectic outside. I thought my former best friend had done such a huge bitch move. The guy she was with she had liked since our sophomore year of high school. It was just so messed up. Ouch. Well, I skipped my senior prom because no one would go with me, and I figured why pay for a ticket, rent a tuxedo, and drive to the prom just to go stand around with a bunch of people who don't want to dance with me. My girlfriend cheated on me about a month before my senior prom, so I wasn't gonna go, but a really good friend of mine forced me to take her, and honestly, I'm glad I did. Edit. My friend was a girl and she was the one that I went to prom with. Didn't clarify that originally. She really only talked to me when she needed something. Damn, that hit home, my guy. Block her and move on. That's what I keep telling myself. I am weak. When she used to give everyone hugs but only ever offered me a high five. Maybe because you live in a village and she's into city boys. She always high fives her dad. Stopped texting first and realized that she never texted me for 3 days. It was totally one-sided. I told them I had feelings for them. They responded with, "I'm dying." Dying literally or just laughing? They followed it up with a joke about corona and pretended like I never said anything. Which to be honest hurts more than proper rejection. At least acknowledge it. Your username adds more to description. Come here and let me hug you. Your username says otherwise. We spent the day together. Slept together. She told me she loved me, then ducked her co-worker at her Christmas party that evening. Ouch, that sucks. She probably did that too. In the immortal words of Ludacris, hey ho. What ya doing? Where you been? Probably doing ho stuff, cause there you ho again. When you go in for a hug and she gives you the side hug. A classmate figured out another classmate and I were sleeping together because I give every woman the one-armed side hug and I gave her a bear hug and picked her up. She thought we would start making out right there. So our secret was out. Anyway, she ended up being the worst ducking person I ever met. Wait one damn second. Don't play with my dick like that. Finish the story. LOL. Yay, why was she the worst person ever? Because she wasn't really a person. She was really two poplar trees in a trench coat. When she asked me if I knew if my friend was interested in anybody, I was only just starting to maybe have a crush on her, so it didn't hurt. But like, definitely wasn't pleasant, lol. Yeah, I had something like that happen to me. A girl messaged me and was like, so I have a question, and I was like, what's up? And she said, okay, I hope this isn't weird, but it's just been on my mind. And then after a little bit she texts, is Larry single? He wasn't. Fucking Larry. She wishes she was. She gave me a thin paper wristband she has made which said the wristband of friendship. Edit. Holy shit, this blew up. Thank you for the kind words. F's and awards, but please don't spend your precious money on me. You guys made my day anyways. Bruh. I've heard them all. I like you as a friend. I think we should see other people. I know speak English. I'm married to the sea. I don't wanna kill you, but I will. I'm not gay, but I'll learn. Holy duck, that's good. Those were Simpsons references. I don't remember how we ended up talking, but I ended up asking her out to dinner and she said yes. We went, ordered our food and ate. The entire time she was on her phone, so I just paid my bill and left. 10 or 15 minutes after I left she started blowing up my phone, not to ask where I was, but to demand why I didn't pay for her food. I just responded by blocking her. Edit. Everyone calm the duck down, Jesus Christ. Don't give me awards. They don't do anything. Instead, please give the money to a charity. That way it'll actually help something. Okay, that made my morning, lol. Seriously though, how rude to just be on your phone the whole time during a date, as if just showing up was doing you a favor. Probably thought I'll just play on my phone and get a free dinner out of it. Some people. Unfortunately, I had a roommate who bragged about doing that. On top of that, every time she'd tell us about a boyfriend she was seeing, we'd end up having to tell the dude that within the first week of meeting him that she'd brought home 3 new guys. She stopped telling us about her boyfriends. We stopped talking to her entirely. When every conversation is abruptly ended by lol or haha, face with tears of joy. True. Any one word response, really. I do this sometimes even when I like the other person. Sometimes they send a meme or message which has no possible reply, so I just send an emoji, and sometimes I am just tired and want the convo to be over. Sometimes I am just tired and want the convo to be over. I can relate to this. I don't care if you're my best friend or someone I like. There are times when I just don't have the energy or mindset to keep a conversation going. Hit me up tomorrow. I clocked out today. You guys are killing it for us legitimate LOLers. Now we have to take it up a notch and go way over the top with our response, and that just opens up another can of worms. I asked her out. She said, you really? Jesus. You don't need her anyways. How do we know he hadn't been stalking her for weeks and then asked her out by lighting fire to multiple offices in a high-rise near her home? Spelling her name? We can't be sure. When I expressed interest and she recoiled in horror and told me I was embarrassing her. Recoiled in horror, mayo. That's rough though, man. That's rough, buddy. the teacher assigned my crush to dance with me. She screamed no and chose another guy. Edit. I'll give more context. So this was our graduation trip, and it's the last day of it. It was compulsory that everyone chose a partner of the opposite sex to dance with. Me having a crush on her was quite well known in my class, so all of them, including my teacher, suggested that I dance with her, and of course she refused and chose another random dude. I had to find another girl from another class that I never even talked to. Feels so bad, man. Shit, that brings up memories. Whole class had to slow dance for a school play rendition of Anastasia. Everyone pawned me off to some other girl, and the girl I finally ended up with was obviously not thrilled either. I ended up faking illness so I had a reason to miss the entire school play. I'm sorry that happened. Loudly crying face. I asked for her number and she offered to give me her email address instead. If you were a stranger, that's not unreasonable. I only give my number to doctors, family, and friends. Just because someone went to college for a couple of extra years doesn't make them better than me. I once went on a date with this girl, bought her dinner, went downstairs to the bar nightclub for a drink afterwards. She ran into some girlfriends and just went over to their table, sat down and started chatting and drinking. I sat alone for about 20 minutes, then just left without saying anything. Never heard from her again. I can't imagine what I would do in this situation for 20 minutes. That's so rude of her. Go over and hit on her friends. Roll for initiative. Comic Sunset smile. I didn't realize until I asked her out. We had been talking and hanging out for a few months. She and I had matching personalities and we were both more energetic around each other than around others. I had a massive crush and I felt like taking a chance, so I told her I liked her. And she said, damn, I'm really sorry. I feel we're better off as friends. I guess I didn't realize she wasn't into me until she said as such. I moped for a while before finally being able to have a shit happens attitude towards it. Nowadays she's happily with someone. Our friendship has faded away, which is actually more upsetting than being rejected romantically. I'm still single, but I'm happily single, so it's alright. If I ever feel that feeling again, I will always take that risk. Sunset. It's been 7 years since then and I haven't felt that feeling yet. Edit. Reading all the replies. I still have a lot to learn and digest. I appreciate everyone's input. I have no idea why you're getting such bad advice in your replies. Just continue being you. Okay, my number one advice is to never take advice from anyone ever. I'll take that advice and ignore it. Thank you very much. Caught her making out with my manager. So, that's why Karen's so intent on speaking to him. She pulled out a knife and tried to kill me. I wanna know the backstory. Same Mayo. Edit. How did this become my most upvoted comment I'm aware of? She worked for Cutco MLM and he didn't want to buy. Asked a girl out and she said I can't, it's my girlfriend's and I 2-month anniversary. She is straight BTW. I wouldn't want to go on a date with someone who has such poor grammar either. Seriously, that's downright painful. I just assume by default that people do not like me. When they are nice and warm to me, I assume that's out of their courtesy. I assume I suck too much to have anyone feel that way towards me. So they're just being nice. By the way, I'm not depressed or anything. To the guy who was worried for my mental health, thanks for your concern, but I'm fine. I only assume I suck when it comes to other people's views of me in terms of love and stuff. In almost every other aspect I think I'm pretty okay. So I was on one of the nightly FaceTime calls with this girl I was super into. Then at around 4 in the morning, she says that she is getting a call from someone and needed to answer. The next morning I see her Snapchat story of her on FaceTime with another guy. The next night I call her and she says she is already on call with someone and it turns out to be the same guy. We lost touch and I am pretty sure those two got together. Edit. I showed this post to her and said thanks for the karma. She found it funny and she said that at that time she was into me but she just lost feelings and met another guy. We had a good laugh about it, LMAO. Also, I am in a relationship at the moment. We both moved on, but she moved on a lot quicker. I kind of had this happen with a guy. There was one night we stayed up literally all night on the phone. He kissed me, took me out several times. I think he did like me, but maybe not enough. He eventually told me he didn't think he was ready for a relationship, but less than a month later started dating his now wife. All is well that ends well. Before he asked his wife to marry him, he texted me and apologized for not treating me as well as he should have. He's a real stand-up guy, but damn it hurt. When she told me so, I feel you bro. This was years ago in school, but the girl actually told me that she wasn't into me. But hey, at least she was honest. Yeah, honesty is the best thing. She started talking about how she was interested in another guy. Pretty clear and harmful way. I was interested in a guy and he started a loud conversation near me, not with me, about all the things he found attractive in a girl. All the exact opposite of my attributes. Height, hair color, etc. It was kinda crushing, but at least I didn't have to deal with it head on. We had been fooling around for a bit and I had hopes of pursuing a relationship. She knew I had an app that I wouldn't be using that summer, college, and she needed a place to store some things. After a date I brought her back to my place for the first time and she quietly said, "This will do nicely," and I had a realization that I had been played. She stored her stuff for a bit and I have barely seen her since. Would be a shame if someone sold or gave away all of her shit. Happened 10 years ago. Doesn't matter, had sex. Sex for storage. A fair agreement. LOL. When I feel like I have to constantly be the one that has to start the conversation, that it takes so long for them to answer, or worse that they sometimes don't answer at all, I can sometimes get the conversation going again in that last case. But if it happens 2 or 3 more times, I'm usually done. It's pretty clear to me. Other cases, she shows a clear interest to someone else, or starts dating someone else. And this has happened to me so many times. I guess I'm not that good at online chatting, or not interesting at all, or that I don't know when it's time to be more direct. Just take the hint from the first or second time. It'll make you feel better. It did to me at least, and after I stopped wasting time on those who I didn't have a chance with, I found a person who I am still in a relationship with 7 months later. Also, I have to tell this because it's hilarious and I know for a fact it's true. A girl I know was dating a guy who turned out to be married. The wife found out but stayed with the husband. So the guy gets in a car accident and the side chick girl calls to see if he's okay. The dude tells her he has amnesia and doesn't remember her and he's with his wife now. Homeboy done said he got amnesia to get rid of the side chick. The ol getting in a car accident and faking amnesia to get rid of someone. Can only use that one once. Man, I laughed so hard when she told us this. I asked if a big safe fell on his head like Herman Munster. Dude really went for it by faking amnesia. I said, "Hello," and she just looked at me with a blank stare. Can I have time to think about it? Then nothing. Radio silence for like a month. Next time we talked, it's as if that moment never happened. I've had every rejection under the sun used on me. Laughter, a straight up no. Coming up with an excuse halfway through the date to leave. Being ghosted. It's not you, it's me, etc. One even claimed that she liked me but her parents didn't approve of me, so nothing could happen. Only to find out later that her parents actually thought I was great and would repeatedly ask her about me. In that case, I think she just wanted sex and nothing more, which I should have seen from the start. But that one. Can I have time to think about it? Damn. I'm over it now. But I'll never forget how much it hurt. She doesn't facilitate conversation. I'm not saying she talks day and night to you, though that's definitely a good sign. But if you start talking to her and she doesn't really ever help it go anywhere, is a good sign she's not into you. For me, it's always about finding out if she likes me or not by slow escalation. Say hey to her, ask how she's doing, joking small talk, asking for a way to communicate, phone number, Facebook, getting into more discussion to find commonalities. If up to that point she's not dismissive, I ask her out. Yalf industrial out quick if she's into you or not at that point. Said she was lesbian. I thought you were American. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.